Moore with the MSU Center for Community and Economic Development. I'll wait for Anne Marie. Just FYI, with the support of the U.S. Department of Commerce, Economic Development Administration, in collaboration with two of our regional planning districts, the Eastern Upper Peninsula, the 3 counties of the Eastern UP that border the Sioux, St. Maurice, Canada, and Michigan, and the East Michigan Council of Governments, the 13-county region, principally the Saginaw Bay area. We've been working with them on looking at and small and medium enterprises in those regions to look at ways to help them develop and support exporting strategies within their comprehensive economic development strategy, and working with partners in those regions. And just recently held a conference call with the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario partners about ways that we can build stronger relationships across our river there with Canada in the Sioux. So just wanted you to be aware of that effort as well, focusing on small and medium enterprises.
Sam Singh, can you tell us what the next steps are down in NEI and the business leaders of Michigan? I know you're working with them as well.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Singh with the New Economy Initiative. We've been pleased as a group of foundations to be supporting a lot of the work that's been done by Dr. Close and his colleagues at the Detroit Regional Chamber and others. We do see really 2 areas. Our group of foundations are ready to invest in kind of 2 significant areas around this space. One is taking a look at different ethnic communities and how they actually connect those business chambers to the export strategy that we're discussing here. And then, of course, taking a look at the next steps of this partnership that has come together. We've always had a concern that there was a very fractured sense around transportation, distribution, and logistics in the state. But I do think the work that's being done by MSU and others have really brought that together. And as we take a look over the next 6 to 9 months about that partnership, I think our foundations will be looking to invest in those next strategy steps. So we're very excited about the work that's been done to date, and you're going to be hearing more about that from us in the fall coming forward. So thank you.
Dave Lick, can you talk about the 3P and kind of the public-private partnership you're involved with?
Thank you. I'm Dave Lick. I'm a local attorney, and I've been utilizing public-private partnerships for about 25 years. And what we're doing right now in connection with MSU and GLIF and David Close's department is to try and pull together the various statutes, grants, both federal and local and state, so that we can help local government, state government, and other authorities to finance and put together a model for developing their projects. We hope this project rolls out in the next month or 2 or 3, and we'll be able to report to you about that. We're also looking at utilizing P3 as in connection with Michigan to develop one of the first cross-border P3s. And there's only one other one that I know of in the United States, and that's in the state of Washington. So hopefully we can also be on the cutting edge of some very exciting type joint ventures, partnerships, and developments. Thank you.
Another opportunity is the expansion of the Panama Canal, bringing larger ships, more capacity moving through Michigan. If we could just take some of that increased volume and divert it away from Chicago to Michigan and add value, there's a real growth opportunity there. So I think what you're hearing is a lot of research has been done. It's time for action. We're delighted that the state's going to provide leadership. We're pleased with the engagement of the universities to provide the documentation. And now we've got to pull together to actually implement this important part of the agenda. GLIF will continue to be the umbrella until we come up with a new brand. And we're committed to doing that, working with the state. There's got to be a way we can tie it into the Pure Michigan umbrella and integrate that. But we also are working with the university to help local communities do an assessment of their readiness. If there are tools to help businesses look to see if they're ready to compete in this new economy, but we're looking to have communities. Do you have a welcoming community for immigration? Do you have exchange programs, sister city programs? There's lots of ways you can prepare your community to participate in this new international economy, and we'll be fleshing that out over the next several months as well. So I hope you got a sense that there's action, there's a leadership coming from the governor and the state, and we in the NGO community and the business community are anxious to partner in this effort to move the agenda forward and make Michigan an even better and more prosperous community. So thank you for participating. Anne Marie?
Just a few things on my list. One thing is that I just really want to thank you all for being here. We know that this location has a lot of competition for other activities, and you have to make some decision at some point in the day where you're going to be. And so we appreciate your being here. And we think when you fill out that evaluation form and there's the question, did I learn anything today? I'm pretty confident that everyone can write yes. I also want to make a special recognition to Representative John Slotowski. He's not in the room right now, he already left. But also Joan Bauer, Representative Bill Rogers, Rick Olson, Representatives past, or former, I should say, and current Representatives Clemente have joined us. Did I say Senator Burkholz? A number of people have showed up whose job it is to help figure this out and to push this effort forward. So I think it's really important to recognize those policy leaders that show up. And their time is incredible. There's no good time to hold these kinds of things so that they can be part of that discussion. So we're moving on to the call to action, which would be go to see them and talk with them about what you would like to see, what the vision is for Michigan's economy. I also want to recognize Doug Roberts, who is at the back table. Dr. Roberts is the director of the Institute for Public Policy and Social Research, and really is the person who encourages this kind of thing. We've decided, I know that some of you are familiar with the forum series, and typically we pick a number of just really hot topics, critical issues to cover over the span of the spring. So in a series of 4 or 5 forums. We're going to do 3 forums this year, this being the kickoff, and we're going to focus the remaining 2 on this kind of topic. Next March, actually we have a program in February I'll talk to you about, but in March 21st, we're going to have another forum that talks very specifically about the projects that you heard about, the I-69 corridor, some things that are going on in Grand Rapids, just an array of projects. But we're going to keep it limited so that you can get an in-depth amount of knowledge so that you can go out and talk about it and really get people revved up about what's happening in the state. So that's the agenda for March 21st. In February, we have the Michigan Political Leadership Program. You have a card on your table that presents that. That's a fundraiser for Michigan Political Leadership. And this coming month, February 23rd, there's a dinner in Livonia, Michigan. It'll feature Eugene Robinson, a Washington Post columnist, and Ari Fleischer, the White House press, or former White House press secretary. And they'll also be at a breakfast in Grand Rapids on February 24th. So we hope you can join us for that as well. I promised that I would go through action items. Let me get to my notes here. So that each one of our speakers could close this forum with their action item. And I think I'm going to cheat. I'm going to jump ahead. On your way home, you stop by and you pick up your bottle of Zoe cooking oil at the grocery. I want you to think about ways that you can get involved. And one way that you can get involved is to attend things like this and keep learning about what's happening, where you can participate, or who you can talk with about what's happening.